It is 6 a.m., right? You are lying there in the dark, and you feel this surge, this absolute ironclad certainty that today is the day everything changes. You are going to write that page. You are going to hit the gym. You are going to be the man you keep telling yourself you are. But then, 6 p.m. rolls around. You have had a brutal day at work. The kids are screaming. You are exhausted, and suddenly, that feeling is just gone. And what happens? The running shoes stay by the door, completely untouched. The book stays closed. That phone call you promised to make to a brother who is struggling, you push it to tomorrow. We mistake the spark for the engine. If your action stops the second that feeling fades, then let us be honest. The feeling was never a foundation. It was just a story you were telling yourself. I remember, years ago, after I first got out of the Marines, I had this grand plan to write my first book. I bought the nice leather notebook, the expensive pen. I wrote for 6 hours straight the first day. I felt like a genius. The next day? Nothing. The third day? Even less. I had mistook a temporary spike in dopamine for actual formation. Dopamine loves that guy who fantasizes about the finish line, but it hates the guy who actually has to run the miles when it is raining. In the Marine Corps, we did not talk about whether we felt like cleaning our rifles or marching in the mud at 3 in the morning. The standard was not based on your internal climate. The standard was the standard because the repetition under pressure is what keeps you alive. It is the same thing the Stoics talked about thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote it down in his personal journal, in Meditations. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Now, let us strip the academic fluff off that. What he is saying is that the hard day, the exhaustion, the distraction, that is not a barrier keeping you from the practice. That is the practice. The obstacle is the raw material. When you do not want to do it, that is precisely when the work counts. And here is the secret that most men miss. Endurance is not some massive, dramatic surge of cinematic willpower. It is tiny. It is quiet. I tell the men I coach, 0 breaks the practice, but 3 minutes maintains it. If you cannot do the full workout, do 3 push-ups. If you cannot write the chapter, write 1 sentence. You keep the neural pathway open. You do not let the chain break. So here is my challenge to you today, right now. Choose one single commitment you have been letting drift. Do the smallest, most ridiculous 3-minute version of it today. Do not wait to feel like it. Just do it, then ask yourself, what am I calling a lack of motivation that actually just needs endurance? No drama, no stories, just the next right step. Talk soon, brother.